All right, this is One Last Midnight. Welcome back to a little bit of Satisfactory, and I'm still on the experimental build. And last we left off when we were playing our live stream, when the experimental build came out, we started to work on steel. Got our little steel plant over here. Now we got steel up and running, but we don't have anything else up and running. What we really need to get built is we need to get some steel beams and some steel pipes built up. And so let's go ahead and do that. And the reason why we need to do that is because we need to get on to the next tier of items, which is most of our tier 4 items are going to take some sort of steel beams or steel pipes to configure them and finish them out. Like, I would like to get Logistics 3 done, but I need to get this stuff knocked out of the way, and then this stuff as well, which I think the Hypertubes I can actually do, except I don't have anything to make the industrial beams right now. And then I could actually do improve melee combat. I can knock that out right now. I actually have the equipment to knock that out right now. I'll get 5 inventory slots. I'll get another hand slot, and then I can make the Xenobasher. You know what? Before we get the steel beams and steel pipes done, let's get this knocked out real fast. All right, let's get everything in there delivered. And done and done.
Milestone reached. R&D inflated your pocket dimension, added an additional hand equipment slot, and have provided an improved Xeno Zapper with increased strength and range.
So the Xenobasher, I can actually make the Xenobasher. I just need to make another Xeno Zapper, which I can do right now. And then I need some wire, which I can get really fast. Done. You know, I don't know if it's honestly worth keeping the Xeno Zapper. Hey, the Basher is faster, does more damage. I mean, why would I have the Zapper anymore? So I'm not going to make a new one. I'd be interested to know if people keep the Xeno Zapper, and for what reason. Why would you keep it? Let me know in the comments, because I'm curious. So with that taken care of, we can work on, we can manually pump out 200 steel beams and 100 steel pipes and get Logistics 3 done. Or for that matter, Hypertubes, though 300 of these, pumping these out manually would be a little bit long. Let's actually get these facilities built. Let's build up the constructor for the steel beam and the steel pipes, and that way I don't have to worry about manually producing them. So I decided to put down 2 constructors. Now we have a little bit of a problem, because when you're creating the steel pipes, it wants 30 ingots per minute. That's not bad, because each one of these foundries can then turn around and produce 45 ingots per minute. So we could effectively run off of the 2 foundries that we have. We can effectively run 2 or something like that. But the problem is the beams take 60 ingots per minute. So you would really need 2 foundries to support ingot production. And you're going to wind up with some excess from both of these, right? If you're only running 2 foundries. We're going to need to make a better steel factory. We're going to need to make something a little bit more efficient. Right now, I only need a handful of these items. So I'm not worried about trying to make this big and highly productive. We also have a coal problem, because there's no way that I can put down more foundries and be able to produce the steel that I'm producing. Maybe I can get a couple more down. We do have, another pure iron resource deposit right here, so I can support 2 more foundries. We're gonna have to figure out a way to get more coal in. Whether we, what we can do. What we can do is we can go to. Do I already have the Mark II miner? I might have the Mark II miner already. I do. I could put a Mark II miner and then I'd have to increase the belts to produce enough coal to be able to run all of those foundries. Okay, this is temporary because I'm going to need to alter this. Remember, Satisfactory is about building and rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding. At least that's a good part of what Satisfactory is. So this will work for now. Okay, long story long. Why don't we get tier 4, logistics 3 configured. That'll be the next milestone. Let's drop off the concrete. Oh, are we still dumping concrete in here? We are. Let's turn this off. Dumping concrete, you know, into the awesome sink is not really all that great, except for in the very beginning. Once you start, you know, each ticket is costing a lot, the concrete's not going to do it for you. So we probably have eaten up most of our concrete supply. A lot of it. But that's okay. We'll dump other stuff into the awesome sink. Stuff that will generate a lot more points. Alright, concrete's done, so we just need to wait till we have 200 of each. And let's start looking at, you know, long term. I need to unlock tier 5 and 6. It's going to cost all these things, which are the smart plating, is rotors and reinforced plates. The versatile framework is frames, modular frames, and steel plates. And the automated wiring is rotors and... Is that a rotor? That might be a motor. Motor and cable. So I'm going to have to start building that stuff. Which means I need to automate other items here. Like, I'm going to need to have one assembler focus completely on reinforced plates and the other one focus completely on rotors. Right, I moved the hub over and rebuilt the items that I needed to rebuild because I want to put the assemblers over on this angle over here. So the assemblers, I want essentially this repeated over here, but I want to direct feed it from this storage. And then I also want to make another one. So let's get this laid out really fast. I might have to change some of the wiring. Okay, I needed to start making the next tier items, right? The smart plating and the modular frames and that type of stuff. So I decided to move the reinforced plate production and combine it with also the rotor production. So I have my storage for all three items, right? I have my storage for the plates, I have my storage for the rods, and I have my storage for the screws. So I've pumped in the plates and the screws into the reinforced plates and the rods and the screws to make the rotors. And then I put them into temporary storage because I might not be making smart plates forever, but I am going to still want rotors and reinforced plates later. So I decided to pump it into another assembler, which is going to create my smart plates. So I can start building up to that 500 smart plates, which is going to be required for the space elevator. So let's go ahead. I haven't plugged this in yet. Let's go ahead and plug this in. I should clearly have enough power to be able to power everything that I need. So far, at any rate. So let me put down power for all these guys and get them all turned on. And except I've got them backwards. This should be reinforced plates. There we go. And this should be rotors. There we go. All right, perfect. They're going to get fed. Everything is going to be happy. They're going to start making items. Once those items are made, then they're going to go in here. And we're going to make smart plating. And smart plating, let's see. Smart plating... could probably put into storage somewhere so I could just leave it be, right? How about we just put a storage off to the side? If I have it even, the conveyor belt goes a little wonky. Let's go back a little bit. Let's see what happens. Gonna say invalid? No, okay, good. That looks a little better. There we go. Alright, so we're making smart platings. Good. We only need 500 of those. You know, rotors are gonna come out slowly. Our biggest problem is gonna be screws. There's not gonna be enough screws for everybody. I think this whole screw production plant's probably, you know, it's not going to work very well because it's not producing enough screws to be able to support both of those assemblers. But I am going to get some made, so it's not 100% efficient. I am going to have to set up plants that are specifically dedicated to screws and plants that are specifically dedicated to pipe. All those things so I can have the items coming in at the quantity that I need to be able to make things fast. But that, like, all of this takes time. If you've never played Satisfactory before, all of this is building up incrementally. So you build what you can build, and then you go back and you rebuild everything because you've gotten better at stuff, or you can make more items, and you just continue to keep building your factory up and up and up until it's producing enough stuff. But you try to do it in a way that is organized enough that you can pull it down and rebuild it up again without too much pain. Like, all of this eventually will go. There's no reason to have all this because I have 3 mines over here to be able to produce the stuff that I needed. Now, why didn't we set that all up to begin with? Well, I didn't have the power, right? So I had to address and deal with the power situation first. Now that I have the power situation down, I believe I can start increasing my base size. Not all of these machines are running, but I think if I had everything running, I would probably close to like 400 or 500 kilowatts. So I have to watch my power, but I can definitely start growing my base up. So we're going to start unlocking some things. So right now I want to do logistics 3 because creating the Mark III conveyor lines are easier than the reinforced plates, and I need reinforced plates for other stuff. So, look, I've already started to produce a bunch of things. Yes. Happy day. Now, unfortunately, I don't have space for any of this. Good. Okay, well, I have enough for logistics 3, so let me do logistics 3.
Milestone reached. Logistics can be improved with a larger storage container and enhanced conveyor belt efficiency.
Now, vehicle transportation, you know, I did in my last save use the tractor and the truck station. It seemed to work okay. I might use it, but right now I don't have a huge need for it, but I can get it knocked out of the way. Just makes sense to take care of this as soon as I can. And I don't know, can I make the modular frames? I can. I needed how many modular frames? Yeah, how many? 25? Let's just pound out 25 modular frames really fast and get the other one unlocked. And let's go ahead and get the vehicular transport taken care of.
Milestone reached. Long-range transportation, as well as the construction of outposts, is now encouraged. Vehicle stations have built-in functionality to refuel and restock or collect parts.
And let's work on the final research for Tier 4, which is the Hypertubes. And the tricky part about that is going to be the reinforced beams. So reinforced beams are... or the encased industrial beams. We're going to need, what, 50 of those? Okay, so we're going to have to go get some steel beams. I think we have enough steel beams waiting for us that we can use them. Manually pump out these guys. Alright, now I can get the final research item out of tier 4 complete, which is the hypertubes.
Milestone reached. Fixit Incorporated has processed and incorporated frequent Pioneer requests for pipe-based personal transport. Introducing Hypertubes. Safe, aesthetic, adaptable, fun. Enjoy a view of your hard work as you soar through incredibly tight turns. Build them today. Note: Fixit Incorporated is not responsible for any harm caused by irresponsible use of this product.
So the only thing left now, because I've unlocked everything all the way up through tier 4, there's nothing left to unlock, is now to get tier 5 and 6 complete, which means I need to do the resource delivery 2 for the space elevator, which is 500 smart plates, 500 versatile frameworks, and 100 automated wiring. Okay, so I have the smart plates being produced. The versatile plates are going to take modular frames, and it's going to take steel beams. The modular frames, I believe, were, what, reinforced plates and pipes. Or rods. Reinforced frames and rods. And then the automated wiring are stators and wires. I think I can set up a facility for the automated wiring. Because stators are... What? What are stators? I think that's copper-related items. Okay, pipes and copper. Now, smart plating is going to take a while. If I need 500, I've only got 38 so far. We're in for a long haul for the smart plating. Probably in for a long haul for the reinforced beams, too. Or the versatile framework. The versatile framework we're in for a long haul, too. Mainly because I need the reinforced plates. Ugh. So I'm going to have to do another reinforced plate production, which is more screws, more plates. Alright, I know what I'm going to do for next time. What I'm going to do for next time is we're going to get a little bit more efficient with our steel mines over here. Or not our steel mines, but our iron resources. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3. There's one underneath here, and then 4. So I want to... Next time we play, I'm going vertical with this one. We're going to go up. Because I did unlock the walls and all that stuff. So I think what I want to do is I want to create a factory for screws, and I want that to go vertical. Just solely off of this one. And we're going to try to future-proof it. We do have the Mark II miner, so maybe we automatically upgrade to the Mark II miner and deal with that. The Mark III miner, I don't believe gets upgraded until like tier 7, I want to think. Tier 7 or something. Maybe we can future-proof this particular mine for the Mark III miner as well. Or I'm thinking the factory itself. We can future-proof it, right? How many smelters am I going to need if I have a Mark III miner and I have belts to support the Mark III miner? And then going all the way up into screw production, right? Then how many constructors will I need for rods, and how many constructors will I need for the actual screws themselves? And I can bring the screws down into one central storage. Then I can do the same for rods. Then I can do the same for plates. You know what? I'm going to reverse that. I'm going to do plates and rods first because those are easier. Those are more straightforward. There's no two-stage production of that. And then I will do one for screws. And we'll repurpose this whole thing. Maybe we'll repurpose this whole thing. I'm unsure if we're going to rip this whole production up yet. Because I've got 1, 2... and there is a third one right here, but I have to blow this cap up. Which means I need to find more sulfur. Because I need just enough sulfur to make explosive. And then I can blow this cap up. And be able to mine this area. Alright, well that's for another episode. There's so much to do. There's so much planning to do. There's so much to do in this game. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Love to have you in the community. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below. And make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you know when I go live and when I post new videos. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.